Hello everyone, I've got my factory CRF250L muffler apart, and what I'm going to try and do is get a little more sound out of it but still keep the factory pipe. There's 3 Allen head screws that take the end cap off, and then there are 4 bolts that you need an 8mm socket to remove the spark arrestor. And how this works, I'm going to use an 1¼ inch hole saw on this little rig I made, and just put it through that center hole where that squarish looking plate is. And then go nuts. It caught. That's not good. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh no.
This is bad.
Oh crap. Should I stop filming?
Yeah. Okay, plan B, I'm going to take this step bit, weld this to that rod, and try and do it with the step bit instead. I'm in past where that hole saw got stuck, but I can't find the hole back. There we go! It's going to break my wrist, I'll be right back. First gear. I think I just went through. Unfortunately, there is catalyst in this. I might try. Basically, I drilled through a plate here, and this is all catalyst. So what I think I'm going to do is cut this weld open and try and bust all that catalyst out of there. Okay, I've cracked it open, and that hole is the one that I drilled in there with the hole saw. And then when I gave up on the hole saw, I ended up actually drilling it with a step bit. And what I hit when I went through there is this cone here, which is full of catalyst. And what I'm going to do is remove all that catalyst, because that is the most restrictive thing in most exhaust systems. So yeah, I'm going to put a hole in the ozone layer by putting a hole in this catalyst. Well, I've torn it apart a little more, took the back section off, and I was just going to knock all that catalyst out, but this whole thing's filled with it. It's like 90 degrees. At night, I really don't feel like sweating myself to death. So what I'm going to do is just put a couple ID marks on the back, cut this off, get rid of this canister, and weld everything back together. This internal brace that held the exit end of the catalyzer, it's actually spot welded here and here. So I'm just going to drill that out, and I can take those brackets off, and that's less weight, less metal in there. So that'll make it welding it back together easier. There'll be less stuff to fall apart later also. On the back also for this piece, 2 spot welds. Just drill them out. I'm using 30 seconds, just whatever I picked up. Drilling through them, grabbing them with slip joint pliers. They pop right off. Alright, first thing I'm going to do today is take my angle grinder with the buffing wheel and clean up all these edges and take off the welds that I cut open, and then I'm going to put it all back together. So it's just going to be a lot of grinding. I'm not going to even bother taking any footage of that. Okay, I got it cleaned up well enough I can weld it back together, and I've just tack welded everything back together. Now those ID marks I was talking about, there's a set, And there's a set. So that helped me line everything back up now. So what I'm going to do is put some long sleeves on so I don't fry myself. And I'm going to burn all these welds back in. So we will have basically a factory muffler, but severely reduced capacity to reduce noise. Alright, I've got it all welded up now. I'm just going to go over it with the angle grinder one more time and take off some of the unsatisfactory, let's call it, welds. Well, there we go. It's all welded back together. I just need to get some high temperature paint on this. Unfortunately, everything's closed on Sundays in my town, but I don't have the gasket for that anyway. But I'm going to paint it, spark arrestor back in, end cap back on, and I will be uploading a video shortly on the difference between factory and gutted factory, the way I've done it. So stay tuned and look for that. It should be coming up in about, well, less than a week. This sucks, don't do it. This one's not tough enough to do it.
Filming.
I don't know why this is stuck in there now. This is too big to fit through there. Plan B, I'm just gonna drill through it with a drill bit because I barely got this back out.